Hi, I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the messages you can use to form your LLC in Iowa. We're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC and the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps that are needed to actually register your Iowa LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, these two are the points you definitely don't want to miss. Facts show that Iowa is #1 in the USA regarding ethanol and biodiesel production. The reason behind this is the waste production for agriculture is utilized better with the rising in modern technologies. The state of Iowa is known for supplying 1/14 of the total food consumed in the USA every day. That is why the manufacture and conversion of raw material from agricultural fields to processed packed food is on the rise in the state. You can start your Iowa LLC by 3 methods. #1 is you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send them off via mail. It's up to you. #2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy and secure method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose. #3 is that you can hire an attorney. Now, coming to a very common question, which is also a very important question, is that what exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity combining a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets and thus gives you personal asset protection. When starting an LLC in Iowa, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $50. So in this video, we'll be discussing option #1 and #2, but placing emphasis on why exactly you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly. This is one of those things where you can't afford missing out key information or have any form of misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good and competent professional service that you can get because forming an LLC is not just filing out the certificate of formation, but it's also about deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and having an EIN. All of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below so you can go and check them out. We're now going to go and discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when forming your LLC in Iowa. The first step in starting off your LLC in Iowa is basically choosing the business name. Now, before you name your businesses, you must know that the name should be easily remembered. It should be available in the state and it should follow the LLC naming guidelines. You can find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. The specific requirements that need to be followed when naming the company are #1, that your business name should be available and no other existing business in Iowa can share that name. Now, each business name is unique to its owner. Limited liability company or LLC should be there as a suffix in the company name. You cannot use any name for your business that is confusing or misleading. Terms such as Treasury, State Department, FBI, CIA, they should not be included. #4 is that terms like bank, university, attorney, and doctor, they can be used, but only after you fill out the additional requirements by the Iowa state government. Now, if you do not wish to file the LLC right now, but you want to hold on to the name you've decided, then you can reserve your name for 120 days. Now, to keep the name, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $10 to reserve your name with the Iowa Secretary of State. Coming to the second and highly vital step to forming your LLC in the state of Iowa is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that will act and work on your LLC's behalf and will receive important paperwork and other official government correspondence in Iowa. Hence, hiring a competent registered agent is extremely necessary. Now, you have to make sure your registered agent is a resident of Iowa or has a physical street address over there. The business address is used as the LLC's physical primary address. Now, most LLC formation companies also provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service, and even if you buy the cheapest plan, which is around $49 a year, you also get registered agent services along with it and so many more services for a very reasonable price. A key thing to know when getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one, because in case of any lawsuit or if you get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up an LLC is to limit your liability. Basically, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they can't really go after your personal assets. Now, when you're sued, the attorney who's the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. And this is where they will pierce the corporate veil. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to check whether you have a registered agent, are they legit, and have they been filing the paperwork correctly. The third and another important step in forming an LLC is to file a certificate of formation. The Iowa Articles of Organization is a legal document officially needed to register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs $50 to file your formation certificate in Iowa. The certificate of formation includes details like the name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, structure of the company, whether it's member managed, whether it's manager managed. Now, before you start hiring your employees in Iowa, you should really know about the rules and regulations thoroughly to avoid out any of the future issues. We personally suggest using TailorBrands to file the certificate of formations because they provide an easier way to fill out the forms without any confusion or missing out on any of the steps. Now, if you do get stuck anywhere, you can go to their live chat and get some help, and they'll help you out as soon as they can. The fourth step is filing the operating agreement. An operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business resolutions, and so much more, and it helps you reduce future conflicts. When it comes to filing an Iowa LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really want you to have a very comprehensive agreement, but it is ideal to have one that contains the details of your entire operation. It is recommended that it should be done by using a professional service such as TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't have to worry about missing out any of the details. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. EIN, also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number given by the IRS to make it easier to identify the type of business for tax purposes and taxes in general. The EIN is necessary for any active business out there or any form of businesses for that matter. An EIN is needed when the LLC hires employees. To obtain EIN, one has to fill up a form which can be done online or by mail, and you just have to submit it to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you out with the process and make it faster. I'll be leaving the links to all the resources in the description below. You can go there and check out which of the options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how to fill out the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into Form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. So now that you have created your Iowa LLC, what's next? Now there's still a couple of things that you're missing out. Now, you need a company business bank account and you need a business credit card. You need to file the Iowa business permits and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which also covers your employees, by the way. File an Iowa annual report every single year. I do hope you enjoyed this detailed video on how to start your LLC in Iowa, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification button. Thank you for watching.